Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. I'm Beth, and I'm back for your mid-December 2014 Tarot Horoscope for everyone with their Sun, Moon, or Ascendant in Libra, my lovely Libra. So, what's going on? So, I have been missing in action. Not really though. I mean, I'm only, I'd say, a couple days behind. December is a long month anyways. I still intend to do my January videos, so stay tuned for those. And I am also offering a special 2015 yearly overview for clients who want to do like the full year. And I would be doing like a spread for each month, and we go through each month of the year just to see, what was in store. That's $250 and it's 2 hours. And it's something that new that I'm offering. My regular rates are $75 for an hour or $150 for 2 hours, and I do payments strictly through PayPal. If you don't have a PayPal account, it's really good to have one anyways. It takes about 5 minutes to set it up. You go to paypal.com and you click on sign up at the top right hand corner. And there's also a customer service number that I can send you if you needed to be walk through it. Maybe Libras are tech savvy, so who am I talking to, anyways? So the deal is that I've been very busy with my move. I drove all the way out here. It took me 7 days to drive out here, and then I got here and I was in a hotel for about 10 days and was waiting to move into my now old apartment. I moved in for all of 2 days, well, not even really 24 hours, and moved all my stuff out again because there was a water leak in the bathroom ceiling. So I had to take a deep breath and I had to just say, you know what, this is how it is. I'm gonna have to find something. And at the last second, I found something, and I found something cheaper, and I think it's going to be a lot more fun than where I was going to be living. So, moving in tomorrow. Okay, so that's my exciting news. So things will kind of calm down. I'll be able to do a lot more videos. Probably get back to my daily videos again, and I am still doing private readings. So, like I said, feel free to email me. I'll send you some dates and times, my availability, and then we can kind of go from there. My email is elizabetholson31@gmail.com. And thank you guys for all your lovely comments. I mean, you guys have been really, really awesome. And I can't really express my gratitude to you guys because I just feel like an overwhelming sense of just being really, really touched and really, really blessed by having so much love sent my way, like on a daily basis. It's sort of like, it's blowing my mind right now, actually. So a couple of things I wanted to mention. A couple new things is I've created reversals. I've completed my deck, and that means I've created reversals as well as upright positions. So there's a lot of new messages that are going to be coming through. And I'm also working with this botryoidal agate. It's this gemstone that I get psychic messages from. It looks really weird. I know, when I saw it, I was like, that's really weird, but I really like it. I don't know why. And I actually can communicate with the stone. You can go figure that one, because I never expected that in a million years to be able to do that. But that's, I guess, one of my gifts. So without further ado, let's see what we've got. This is for everyone with their Sun, Moon, or Ascendant in Libra. And let's see. All right. A couple minutes ago I had to stop my video and I started again. And the thing is things really shifted from what I got before to what I got now, which is actually a really good thing. That means when things shift, sort of like if you ask the same question over and over again, sometimes it doesn't shift. It means that sometimes the cards stay the same, and that can be frustrating, especially for a reader like me who wants to make sure that there's like a positive outcome, or just wants there to be a positive outcome. I can't ensure that it's going to be positive. Okay, I can just hope for the best for my clients. Okay, some of the clients think that I color the readings, and that's not it, actually. I have my own opinions about things, and I say what I'm thinking, but when it comes to the cards, I am straightforward about these cards. If I see a negative card, I tell you. If I see a positive card, I tell you. I can't make up that there's a Lover's card here, okay? I can't hand pick it, and I can't psychically change it, you know? Just because I want it to be good doesn't mean it's going to be good for you, you know? I wish it was that way, but it's not. If somebody's asking me, if I'm doing a reading for somebody, it's for them. It's not about what I think. It's about what's supposed to come through for them. So I just wanted to say that, you know, just a little side note. But what we've got here is the reverse of the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords is this swan that's been hurt. But the reverse is the healing that comes after being hurt. So it says, a time of healing to take off to recover from the death of a loved one or to miss a loved one. Moving on from past relationships to better ones. It's getting over someone. You know, whether it's someone that's passed away or whether that's someone that you had to just break up with or someone that you got a divorce from. It's hard to move on sometimes. And Libras tend to stay in relationships longer than they should. But I feel like this is a good card because it shows me that things I feel like getting better. If you're not in a relationship and, you know, it's not, you know, because there was the death of a loved one, and it's not because you miss a loved one. It may be, I feel like this is also taking time off to heal in an emotional way, okay? So you may have taken time off to kind of just take a time out, you know, where nobody's messing with your emotions, where you're just able to process your emotions without anybody's interference. And I feel like Libras need to do that because they need to come to a balance within themselves. And I feel like that's what, if you're single, okay, and you're not in a relationship and you weren't in a relationship, then that's what it's about. But for everybody else, it's about moving on from a negative relationship. I feel like some of you actually have had issues with the family and issues with people in your family, and you're kind of moving away from that, you know, from maybe you're healing from that. Maybe there's that element of, you know, burying the hatchet a little bit. You know, I have a card that specifically says to bury the hatchet. This is not it, but I feel like if somebody's hurt you, okay, somebody has stuck the sword in and backstabbed you or hurt you in some way, not necessarily physically, but emotionally. It could be physically too, which would be awful, but, you know, in New York, everything can happen. No, I'm just kidding. I think it could be, you know, it could be that you live in New York and somebody shot you. I don't know, but it's, my feeling is it's just moving on from a negative relationship that hurt you in some way. And it's not that it was intentional. Sometimes it's not intentional. The Three of Swords, though, I tend to think that somebody did think about what they said before they said it, and they said it with the intention of hurting you. Or it's an action that somebody did with the intention of hurting you. It's not necessarily a physical thing, like I said. It's more an emotional thing. The thing that's crossing you is the Aries woman, which it comes up almost every time, which is someone who is very, she's a woman of power. You know, she's very cunning. She always gets what she wants. The fact that she's crossing you concerns me because that means your paths are crossed. And that means you have to deal with her. And I don't necessarily like that combination of you having to deal with her and this healing process that you're in. I feel like Aries women absorb attention. They need attention. They love attention, you know. And a Libra can give that to them. But the problem is when a Libra needs to take time out to just process their emotions, the Aries woman is not the not the person that they want to be knocking on the door saying, "Can I come in? Can we talk?" It's not beneficial for you. Okay, she annoys me. Not that Aries women annoy me. They can be annoying, but this card in particular annoys me because it's the trap that I feel like the role that she plays in the world that we're living in is a role that's very self-serving. And that's what bothers me. She's not there to help you heal. She's there because of her own selfish interests that have nothing to do with yours, and that's what upsets me. So I wouldn't confide in her. I wouldn't talk to her. I would limit the amount of time that you spend with her when you're when you're trying to heal, when you're trying to get over things. If you need like some cuddling, and some quality time, you'd be better off talking to a Scorpio or a Cancer or a Taurus. Definitely Taurus. Go to a Taurus, cry to a Taurus. A Taurus will hug you forever. That would be better because a Taurus is very grounded and calming, and they don't have this self-serving thing that Aries has. In the past, you had the Lover's card, okay, which is the foundation, which concerns me. Because to me, you've got love and you've got hate all in the same boat. I feel like in the distant past, you were in love with this Aries woman. Or in the distant past, you were married, let's just say. Okay? And you've moved on. And you're in a place right now where maybe you got a divorce, somebody hurt someone, somebody broke up, there's some drama there. I can't really pinpoint what happened. I feel the divorce, okay, mostly. That was in the past. You got a divorce from this person. And now you're healing, okay? You're taking the time to kind of get over her. But you've got this Aries woman crossing you. And she's complicated. And like I said, she's self-serving. So I don't necessarily feel like this is the best. You're making a poor choice here, I feel. In the recent past, you were carrying everybody else's burdens. And this is typical Libra, okay? Taking on way too much. Taking on, sorry, my thing is really weird. My heater does this weird, I'm hearing little things from the heater. It's like the heater is thinking, Anyways, what was I saying? The Libra is taking on way too many burdens, way too many responsibilities, taking on other people's problems. You may be a therapist. You may be a counselor, okay, Libra. You may be a coach in some way. You may be constantly dealing with other people's problems, and you need to get yourself some black tourmaline that'll lighten the load a little bit. You need to work on your energy and making sure that your aura is really, really clean, and you don't allow it to be taken away from you. Your energy to be taken away from you. I feel like at first, I was really feeling that the Libras that are watching this are guys. And you're so some Libra men are dealing with this new Aries woman. And some Libra men were married in the past. And some Libra men were taking on a lot of, a heavy load of burdens. But I kind of feel like now that the person that's hurt is the female. And some reason this Aries woman is crossing you. I don't know who she is or why she's there. She could be a friend. She could show up as a friend, or she could show up as an enemy. I'm not really sure. To me, she's not really friendly. She's fake. She can be, very warm and endearing and very talented. And she could be like a movie star or a singer. But she's not good for you, Libra, okay? Whether you're a female in a relationship, trying to get into a relationship with her, or you're a male trying to get into a relationship with her, it's not good. I don't see future there, okay? I don't see future there. But I definitely see, I feel like this is a female. To me, this is a female, you know? So I feel like the female Libras are the ones that have said yes to everything, and they need to say no to things. They need to say no. This Aries could show up as a coworker too. She could be a coworker. She could be somebody you're dealing with at work. I don't know I don't know what her deal is. I haven't figured this out yet. I will get to the bottom of this. What's crowning you, Libra, is the Hierophant. It is the wise counsel. So to me, again, you are a therapist. You could be a psychic medium. You could have your own psychic business. You could be just someone who constantly is giving advice to others. Libras have a lot of knowledge. To me, this is the tree of knowledge, okay? This is learning. This is information. Libras love to read. They have always loved to read. They are the bookworms of the zodiac. They will hoard books like nobody's business. It says, an older, wiser counselor, a psychic, a friend, an aunt, a mentor, a teacher, having counseling as therapy, wanting answers, and finding them. He or she is going to call you, okay? This is also getting a phone call from somebody who you want to call you, okay? Getting news through email or a phone call. Again, that phone call, the phone rings and it's you know who, and they call you and you're like, yes, they call me, yes. I feel like what's happened is you're dating again. I feel like you're dating again. You could be married and you could be thinking of this other girl, this Aries woman. You could be thinking about having kind of a relationship with her. For whatever reason, I would advise against it, okay? Advise against it. You might not have actually been married in the past. It may just have been, you were in love in the past, and that relationship hurt you. And now it's kind of like you're trying to, like, heal this old wounds. But you've had a lot on your plate, and you are trying to seek, like, higher wisdom. You are trying to learn things. And you're kind of on this path to learning. And, you're communicating a lot with others. You're communicating through email, through the phone. And then what's right around the corner is this, taking a break. Taking time to just be reflective. It's a girl who's holding this cup of tea or soup or wine. Not really being active. Okay, so it's sort of like in the future, what you don't see coming is you kind of are going to take like a little break. This may be for the holidays where you kind of just take some time off and you don't do shit. And that's important because Libras have a tendency to overdo it. They have a tendency to just cram everything they can in because they want to do it. They can be very, very busy and very, very active. Okay, but it's time to take a break from the action. So I feel like the last 2 weeks of December, especially this next coming week, enjoy your time off. If you have any time off over the holidays, enjoy your time off because you need it, It's sort of like you're going to get a little break. You're going to get a breather from this, okay? Too many responsibilities, too much shit on your plate. You're going to get this break. Emotionally, you're very healing for others. It says, a woman of extraordinary gifts, a healer, a medicine woman, needing nature to treat cancer. Okay, so some of you, what I'm getting is emotionally, those of you who have cancer, the reason that it's happened is because of your emotions. I feel like Libras tend to bottle their emotions, and I feel like all of your emotions are like locked inside of you. and it's causing your body to just have a problem. It's causing problems, you know, and if you don't have Cancer now, it would be wise to work on sorting through your emotions so that it doesn't cause it down the line. You know, you're able to heal others, you know, through just, I feel like just talking with people. And Libras naturally have that soothing kind of calming vibe about them, you know, because there's this balance, this kind of low-key kind of balance, like constant, you know. Libras are very constant type people, you know. This may be someone that you've met, that you really like, you know. I feel like she's like a doctor or a naturopath or somebody like that. She's like a natural doctor, and you really like her. And this is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. She can do no wrong, okay? She can do no wrong. Her energy is amazing, and you would do well. Okay, she's the opposite of this other Queen of Wands, okay? She is the good, okay? You maybe have dating several women, okay? I feel like you're dating several women. One of them is good. One of them is not so good. You were in love in the past, but maybe it didn't work out. Maybe you actually got married, but you've since gotten a divorce, or you've since been separated. I feel like maybe the divorce actually hasn't happened. It's just separated. And maybe you're trying to think about, okay, what do I really want? Do I really want to go with this person, or should I move on? You know? And you actually got the King of Cups in reverse, which says, so much love from your grandparents. Both of them. That's what it says. This is the King of Cups upright. Reverse. So if your grandparents are alive, they love you very much. If your grandparents have passed away, this is them sending their love from beyond. And it's emotionally content. It's emotional contentment in the upright position, but it's real love in the reverse, which I like. It's, you know, it's a good card. It's what's coming in from the outside. So I like to see that for you, Libra. I like to see that positive stuff coming in for you. And that will heal you too. That will heal you. I feel like it may have been your grandfather or your grandmother who passed away. That's the missing map. That's the card about there's a death that you're dealing with. For some of you, it's not that. It's just that maybe you haven't seen them in a while and you miss them, or it could just be that they have passed on and this is something else that has happened. This trauma, I feel like it's a trauma that happened that you're taking time off for, and you're taking care of yourself. And you need to take care of yourself. That's the message there. And the healing is going to come from their love as well. And the last two cards are, your attitude is needing to be open-minded and not worry, okay? And the funny thing is, Libras typically, they're on a constant quest for knowledge. But the problem is that at some point, they can be narrow-minded in thinking that they're right. They can be narrow-minded in thinking like there's only one way to do something because that's the right way. You know, maybe because they think that they know better. And you may not know better, Libra. You know, somebody else may know better. And the message here is to be open-minded to what other people think, okay? You're really good at giving advice, but you're not as good as taking it. And this is a card, she's taking care of her 4 stuffed animals. This may be someone that you know. You know, this could be your wife, you know, your ex-wife, and she's just taking care of the kids. She's just taking care of the animals. She's just taking care of the family, you know, doing the basic stuff, you know, going to Safeway, buying the milk kind of stuff. And the message, though, Libras tend to worry, too. They got the head energy. They've got that negative head energy. So it's important for Libras to not worry, for you guys not to worry, especially in the last 2 weeks of December going forward, and just to be open-minded. Know that you have money coming in. Don't worry about the money. Don't get bogged down in Christmas worries, you know. Don't get bogged down in what you have to get your kids. Don't get bogged down in what, you know, Santa's bringing for you for Christmas. Because in the end, at the end of the day, you know, I feel like Christmas time is such a capitalist holiday, you know. And it's important to be grateful and to be thankful about the things that really matter. And if you have, you know, dinner as usual, and, you know, you don't have to celebrate Christmas in the traditional way. I feel like there is a Libra thing, and I feel like this, I'm just mentioning this. Libras tend to think, I feel like it's a very closed-minded way, that things have to be, like, it goes with the balance thing, okay? Like, things have to be perfect, okay? Libras are the perfectionists, so everything needs to be perfect. The tree has to be decorated perfectly. The stockings have to be, you know, set up perfectly. The garlands have to be done in a very elegant and perfect, beautiful way, and everything has to go smoothly. And the thing is, Libra, life doesn't work that way. Just because it's perfect doesn't mean that you're going to enjoy it. In fact, the more you try to perfect everything, the less I feel you're going to enjoy it. I feel like, yes, you get a good sense of peace and contentment when things go your way, like everybody else does. And when things look really nice and things are really done in a certain way. But that's not the only way to do them. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And it doesn't have to be done in a perfect way. And so my suggestion to you is just relax a little bit, Libra. Relax. Don't worry about where the money's coming from. Don't worry about financial issues around the holidays. Don't worry about what you're getting your kids, okay? You know, if you get them 2 toys rather than getting 100, that's just as good. They're going to love you just as much. You know, they may not tell you that. they may guilt trip you, you know, like kids sometimes do. But you know what? All they're going to know is what you teach them, you know? And if you teach them that love is the most important thing, and, you know, and that you really believe that, then it will be. So, and then the final card is actually being lifted up out of hardship. So if you're going through some tough times, Libra, this is a time to rely on your family, your parents specifically. I feel like are gonna help you. Friends could be, but it's also angelic support. So it's sort of like moving away from a time of hardship, time where you've been struggling financially. For those of you who are in actually a good financial place, this can be, I usually think of this as the separation card, going back to the separation, okay? I feel like there's a separation in your relationship that's going to happen. This is moving away. This is like when, you know, you pack your bag and you move out and you move across town somewhere to an apartment, you know? This isn't like a far move. This is just like a short, this is like you separating, It's sort of like, okay, it's just like, okay, this is my bottle here, okay? It's like I'm lifting it up here and I'm going like this, okay? That's not that far, okay? It's still over here, right? You can't really see it. Well, I'll make it it's like this. It's not that far, but it's that motion of being lifted up out of one thing, put into another, where good things are going to come. And I truly wish good things to come to you, Libra, for the holiday. And don't let this woman get to you. You know, if she likes you, that's good for her. But I say hit the road on this one. You know, the one that you wanna continue dating is this one. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles. She is a beautiful person. She is a loving mother. She loves nature. She loves life, you know, and she gives in a very unselfish way, you know. She's just a beautiful, beautiful person. So, anyways, like I said, if you'd like a private reading, feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Thank you so much for all your comments. I send you big hugs, big kisses, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Take care.